Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in the game of the Planet Crafter Toxicity DLC. We are going to be picking up where we left off in our Toxicity playthrough. We had just largely got our situation here sorted out and had set up our food processors and set up a vehicle bay and a few other things, and our terraformation is progressing here through there. We had unlocked another level of drill, but we can't actually build them. And what we needed to progress is actually to get into algae and whatnot, but we just now got the other thing purified enough that we could potentially build that. So yeah, our next steps are to clear our inventory of this junk we have in our inventory again, and then we'll go and sort out the next bit of that. So we have some food, we're gonna want that. So we are going to go out there and build algae generators. So we're gonna need a bioplastic nugget, we're gonna need an eggplant. So we did get a couple of bioplastic numbers from chests in the past. We can get eggplants pretty easily. Water we can get on the way out. We are going to need 2 super alloys though. You're on 4th, 5th one, 3rd one. Yep, 3rd one it is. Okay. So there should be enough water left in this. Let's come sort that out. And we will head on over there and set those down. Now, if I'm right, we can just go ahead and place them right in there, and it'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, algae farms do take a little bit to do their magic, so we'll have to come back kind of like we have been for clearing that stuff, but this does look a lot nicer, so we'll clear out what's in here. And we'll break them down, because we're clearly done with that. Can I just, oh, do I need... How did I miss that we need magnesium? That's so random. Alright, well, magnesium is easily solved. Bah. Fair enough. Alright, you happy, game? So our thing right here can actually work as a repository for algae just as easily. But yeah, as you can see, algae can just sit right here. You want to give it enough space that it can actually grow a full amount of algae, so... That should be fine, though. Yeah, we might want a little bit more space in there. We may have stripped all the easy access iron, but it's not like it's all gone. We just took the easy stuff that was nearby, so we're just going to go a little bit like over here instead. Of course, the weather loves to be just a little bit inconvenient as always. But you know what? That's fine. Who wants it to be easy anyway, right? So yeah, we'll slap down the algae space right here and the little bit of toxic that we had on us. Just numb on one of our extra waters. This will take a little bit to actually do its thing, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll tell you that it's only 3% grown, so you have to come back after it's fully grown. But one of the things we can do is just take a little trip around this and pick up all the extra little bits of uranium so that they won't distract you like they do for me, so... I'll just clear out the surface uranium. I thought I saw something. And there'll be some more stuff out there, like underwater and whatnot, but we'll take care of that another time if we want to. But now I won't see just uranium when I'm walking by here. We can clear out the last stuff in here. Bam, bam, bam. We don't need two sitting right here. So we'll come back in a little bit when that's grown up. So actually, because of what we just did, we have the exact materials we need to set up another little treatment plant. So there was actually another spot that was almost equidistant from that right here. So I guess we might as well do the next lake too. Why not? We are right here. Just like before, I'll pick up some of this. Because we're already holding some in my pocket, we could turn it into uranium nonsense when we go back, so. What's going on in this right here? Is this something I even need to keep right here? Can I move it? Well, I could. I might. Or at least I'll start the process. Yeah, our inventory is currently full. Let's just drop it off in here. Let's take care of that. What's interesting is if I try to break down the building itself, it's gonna fall on the floor. So let's just take care of it this way. We are going to need more storage in here anyway, so let's put that in our pockets. We're gonna tear these up, and while all the components won't fit in there evenly, a lot of them will. So I'm basically just gonna give it a few of these. Bam. Bam. Alright, so this should be good. How many are in this one? 100? So this will take a little bit, but it won't be too bad. So we got that process starting on that one. Alright, so let's start dropping off a little bit of the nonsense as we go. Cool. Now we had uranium. We can just turn this into rods. Can our food grow? Can we just pick this up? Sure can. Okay. Not quite ready. We took longer to build this. Yep. How close? Alright. So what did bioplastic nuggets take? Just water and mushrooms? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. So what do we want to do next? Oh, we have a whole vehicle to empty. That's right. We did use this for transport, so we should start clearing this stuff out. That's right. All right. Take a couple trips in and out. We will sort that out pretty quickly. And then we can actually put it back in our pocket. So now we're carrying around our little truck again. Okay, so we can... What do we want to do with this? So we don't have a specific spot for that, so we might want to make one. So sulfur does not have its own, but it will actually end up needing it. Did not put it in there at the right length. There we go. Sulfur in the pocket. So we do have some extra little MacGuffins. Where did we put these before? Kind of in here. Okay. We'll keep our extra water bottles in here. We have more extra in here. Okay, so what else could we be making? I don't think we have extra lerma seeds. That was a minor problem that we had. We already have the recipe for the trade rocket. That's crazy, actually. I was looking to see if there were any buildings we had not started building that would actually greatly help us. We could make tier 2 atmosphere purifiers. That's probably something it wants us to do. What would that require? Did I even put it up here? I didn't even put it up here. I put it over somewhere else, though. I put it in here. Okay. So yeah, we are going to need to build these. So I'm gonna need... For each one, I'm gonna need at least 2 pristine mushrooms. So we're gonna need... So if I want to put down 4 of these, I need to get 8 mushrooms. I need to get a few things together to do that. So let's make a chest. We are going to need that to sort this out. So that's just going to help me organize what we get out of this. So we're going to need mushrooms. Where do we have those sitting right now? Had some over there, I know it. I'm just making sure I didn't put them in other places, which I did. More mushrooms. We got some plastics already, actually. That will save us a little bit on what we have to make. So we'll start moving our stuff over here. So we are going to need 8 waters, so... So that one is for free, and get in the pile. Okay, how many plastic MacGuffins did I need? So say I wanted to make 8 of them. That would require 16 of these, of which we have 3. So we are going to need 13 more. And each of these is actually 1 microplastic. So we need to do 13 globs. I think I had 1 extra microplastic kicking around, so I might not need quite as much. Was it you that had it? Was it you that had it? Nope. Then it was over here. I must have shoved it in my miscellaneous. Yep. Okay. Get this in here. So technically we have what we need for that other than the toxins. So toxins are a byproduct of, I think, the first process, maybe. But we are certainly going to need 12 more microplastics. So that would be 12 more hunks of goo. So all the goo in the pile. Oh, we actually get that as a part of the process? Okay, but we needed that many for that anyway, so... That can do its thing, it can process. We can consider what else we're gonna work on. In the meantime, while that's sorting its junk out, we are going to... We're gonna take a sojourn over there. We're gonna empty out the water purifiers because it's something to do while that... The algae is probably about halfway grown, if I was to guess. We'll grab some iron along the way. Iron was just always useful. So we had a thing for goo, so we're gonna actually bring back about like we're gonna bring some goo. We're gonna bring back some of this because we are gonna use it over time. Like it is used in these things, so we should at least have a supply of it back at base. That we don't have to go looking for. And that's kind of on the way towards looking at the algae. I'm gonna go check out the algae next. How are we doing? We chewed through that for the purified. Let's make sure that this thing's not overly full. It's okay. The water part's already all cleared out. We are going to need this for stuff, but we'll put it in here. We should make another one just for some of the other results. So we can make one that's just for the toxins, for instance. That could be a thing that we do. Put some water in our pocket. Let's go see how the algae is doing. Look at that, it's starting to grow. Can we harvest any of it? Yes. Oh, not quite ready. 82%? How's the growth looking? 40%. Okay. So yeah, it's getting close. So what we can do is we can go underwater and kinda... We can harvest up the underwater junk. Oh, there's a whole bunch of aluminum under here. That's actually kinda convenient, to be honest. That'll give us some super alloy and whatnot. Cool. That's less useful. That stuff is just junk. What's going on with this? Nah, doesn't really look like it. Okay, fair enough. What do we put in here? Not much. Some of this harvestable, 86%, 87%. Yeah, it's not going to be ready for a hot minute. Do we want to bring some of this back? I guess we could take a little trip and bring a little bit of this back. We have something glitching out of the wall. I was wondering what that was for a second. Yeah, it's this. The back side of this one right here in particular is glitching out of the wall. That's pretty funny. So yeah, we can fix it or not as we wish. Ah, we had one left over. Alright, I'll actually slap that in there just to get it out of our sight. How are we doing though? Are we still just chugging our way through it? Yup. Okay. Was it something we wanted to do while that stuff's growing? Maybe. Maybe. Seeing if there wasn't anything I had already maxed out. I guess we could build that. We don't have level 3 for some reason, so let's do that real quick. So I had that in aluminum. What else did it want? What else were you asking for? Silicon. Alright. We can make that dream come true. Bam. Upgrade time. I guess we could do that too. Aluminum and magnesium. It's cheap. And what was the last thing it wanted? Sulfur. We brought back a whole pocket full of sulfur. Cool. So now when we turn our light on, it will be extra bright. So this is gonna take a little bit longer. We can probably go get the algae we need though. That's something we could do. I think it should be ready now. Yep, we'll just have to come back periodically for that, so that's... It looked like it was grass, but it comes out as test tube. So you can get 5 from each one, usually. So... yeah, there's a bigger farm you can make too. I think that one holds 10. Where do we want this algae to be? Well, we're basically going to turn the algae into fertilizer at first. That's the main thing. So we could make 3 fertilizer immediately, which would take 6 eggplants. Yeah, I know. It also would take some sulfur. So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna get our sulfur. So that's used for a few things. One of which would be this right here. It's also used for constructing a few other things coming down the line, but we will need quite a bit of it, so just keep that in mind. It's also used for flower spreaders, which is probably what we're going to use for it now. So this is a better version of this that doesn't rely on lerma seeds. So once we get that down, we can actually go back and reclaim our lerma seeds and actually use them for other stuff in the future. Actually, no, we do want to place those, don't we? Alright, let's get what we need. We need 3 super alloy. We need 3 magnesium. We need 3 water for each one. So you can literally put these things anywhere. It doesn't actually matter too terribly much. But it's kind of nice to have it growing around where you're gonna be. It makes it look a little nicer. So we'll get some stuff going on around base. And that's why I've been collecting water all this time, is because it gets used up pretty fast once you start actually constructing some of this stuff. So yeah, this might actually be done with what we had set it out to do. So let's get these out. Let's turn these into plastic first. We're gonna need that. So we need a whole bunch of these toxins. So let's pull out what we got and just go ham. Probably didn't get enough toxins from what we did, so we are probably gonna have to do some more of processing just for that, but we did get some more toxins on that, so that got us closer. So yeah, we are gonna have to do some more. What is needed for that? We're gonna need some of that, so we are gonna need some of the spores. So we are gonna go out for a little walk around just to get the spores and whatnot. That's not something we've been gathering over here, but it's okay. We have them like literally all over the place. So at night they glow in the dark. During the day you had to look a little harder, but I know I saw some along the way, so we'll be able to see them even as we go there, I think. Yeah, there's some right here. That it for this corner. Okay, let's empty out this. Come on, give it to me. Cool. There we go. How far has it come along? 60 out of 100. So yeah, it's already most of the way towards being extracted. Yeah, we can grab a few more spores along the way. We can make another little box for these. What's this? Mushrooms? Yeah, I'll take mushroom. We have been using them up a little bit. I do think I see some mushrooms, some spores right here, so we're gonna grab these as well. So, yeah. It takes a little while, but you start to get stuff growing around these. Okay, so we're gonna need a little bit of iron. We're gonna set up a little box for them. We got off by one square. go. So we are gonna slap down. Let's start off with 10 of them. We'll slap the others in here. Okay. Man, it's like super bright out. Oh, it's a sandstorm. Okay, that makes sense. What else would we want to make? Well, we're gonna need these two. Let's put it in there. Cool. So we're getting closer. 78%. So that's gonna do its thing. I think we should take another journey back to the beginning and actually clear some of it out for real. Because we got close. We took most of what we wanted. The tier 2. What does that take? More bioplastic. It is worth upgrading to. So we will go over there and actually do that. We are going to need to make some more nuggets though. So that's going to take mushrooms, silicone. That's part of why I haven't been using the mushrooms. And everything takes water. Okay, and we are going to need more fertilizer, right? So we are going to have to take 2 trips for this. We use the fertilizer outside for plants, and that's fine. But the thing is that they give like 4 times the plants. That's what we currently have going, because we have plants from our stuff there, but this will just be better in an overall sense. Are these grown? Not ready, not ready, not ready. So we can't actually make it yet. I guess not. Alright. We'll do another round of trips to the starting area then. I do have bio nuggets on me, which isn't super helpful to have with me. So I'm gonna pop these out of my pocket. We're gonna make a quick trip back to the start. And this time we're gonna clear out more things, because there were a couple of things that we had to leave behind as we did that. How's this stuff going? Still looking like pods. That hasn't visually changed. But we are coming up to a new tier, which means we're going to take another walk around. So that'll be the purified water system. So I think there was actually water to purify in here too. I don't fully remember, but I seem to remember that it might have been a thing. So we will come back and examine that more thoroughly later. There's our truck. Dude, where's my car? Yeah, we're gonna take apart this. We're gonna take apart this one. This should just be golden veggie tubes. They're fine. They can do its best thing. What were you? That was the air purifier, actually. That was one of the air purifiers. But yeah, the grass ones we're going to bring with us. So let's put that in there. Our lerma seeds are this. Heck, I'll put our water in here too. Okay. Magnesium I don't care as much about right now. Let's slap that in here. We're gonna get a playthrough on this. We're gonna tear down the ones we don't need that are empty. So we have systematically been clearing out excess ones. I won't necessarily tear down this entire facility. I might use it for something later on, but I can at least simplify what's going on in it. So yeah, we do want some of this. We have algae in here from a treasure chest, I think. So that will become useful later. Did we have anything useful in these that I just slapped into them? Not really. Toxins, goo, these stuff. Spores, I guess, are fine. I guess at least I didn't leave that many important things behind. Just a bunch of random seeds, which will have a use later on, to be honest. But let's slap what we found here in here. It's 81%. I guess I'll bring our effigies. And our rare honey. And I guess a pocket full of iron? I guess. Slap that in there with the others. We'll put in our lerma seed. And I guess the honey. Let's grab a couple more iron and we'll head back. That was a quick and dirty looting. I know it's worried about it. We'll have time on the trip to eat our beans. Nom 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 nom. We are journeying though. Our algae should be grown. We can build the level 2 algae. We can empty the purifiers once more. That thing should be all settled now. See, there's more actual plants growing. It took a little bit longer. We could also put a flower seed in here, which is something else we should do. Which I did not do. But we did bring most of our flower seeds over. I left my golden ones over there, which is a little unfortunate. Maybe next time we will get them. There's nothing going on up here. Let's slap our iron out of our pocket. Let's find where I put the golden one. I did put it in one of these. Where's a golden seed? Where would I have slapped it? Oh, I had 2 of them. That's actually convenient. But we do need 3 for our little things, so... Yeah, these support putting flowers inside of them for extra effectiveness. So now this is actually 6 times as effective. That would have been nice to have in there before, right? So that instead of being grass, just going here like it is now, it'll be something a little fancier. I think the best alternate one I have is this 400% one. So honestly what I like to do is I like to have 1 of each type of flower, to be honest, but it doesn't quite matter yet. Because I think each type of flower you have growing actually grows somewhere in the world over time, once you get to plant life level, which we're not quite at. So right now it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, we should put our effigies in here. I'll just slap our seeds in here. For now, we can call our vehicle back in as well. I don't really want to empty it immediately, but I can get it in our yard. Where do we want to go first? Well, we are going to go over here and empty out these one more time. So they only have 10 more to go, I think, right? Yep. So that will be done next time we come back. So when I come over here, I'm going to actually harvest the algae and then tear them down because we're going to rebuild both of them anyway. And this time they'll have blackjack and hookers, so it'll be pretty good. Okay, what else have I got going out of my pocket? Well, honestly, I can harvest these up because they're right here, and we didn't actually fill up our pocket on those before, so might as well do it now. Might save us running around looking for them later at any rate. Get in my pocket. Is that it for them? No, there's a couple more. Any more along the way? Yeah, a couple here. We'll fill our pockets up till we get back. Yep, good. But yeah, some of that stuff we had will be useful for making the level 2, but not all of it, so we will assess that when we get over here. Okay, so we are gonna have to clear some space. So let's come slap these in this hole. We can. So this is gonna want 6 more eggplants. And, oh, we already had some. 4. We're gonna need more water. I think that's everything I need to do it, right? Sulfur. Okay. So what else do we need for this? Let us take a look at it. It also... So we're going to make 2 of them. Okay, so that part hasn't changed. So we don't need all 3 of these right now. So let's put 1 of them away. I think we need 2 for each, right? So we are going to, in fact, not get caught on this. We are going to make sure we got 4 of them. We still have the 2 that we need for that. We are going to need more bioplastic that we had in one of these. We made that ahead of time. Okay, what else do we need? Make sure we have 2 waters. We have plenty of water in our pocket, so we're good to go. Let's go place down our algae. It's gonna take a long time to grow anyway, so that's fine. And then we should be ready to make those atmosphere purifiers as well. So there's a couple on this rock. I'll get these guys. Honestly, I still have room, so we can just get it on the way over. Okay, so let's put down our new fancy smancier algae ones. So let us come grab some more on the way back. That was all we really wanted to do in that corner. So as you can see, we got little flowers growing. Isn't that cute? You'll still get grass, but you also get the flowers, so. And this one is like this because it's these guys, so I think it's cute. I like it. Let's fill our pocket with more water. You can't really have enough water at this point in time. We can, of course, just slap most of that water away. We only need 1 in our pocket for nomming purposes. We can slap our extra in here. Can slap our extra of these in here. So what have we got going on in here? We needed some of these, we needed some of these. We were going to make a bunch of plastics and a few other things. So let's get all the plastics we wanted to sort out in here. So that was the other 3 of these. What else did we want to craft? We need 4 of these. We need 4 of the purified water. So we need 4 mushrooms. We need 4 more of the waters. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. So what else does this need? Just those? That's easy peasy. So then we should just be able to slap these outside. Let's put them somewhere we can see them. Oh, we didn't make enough of that, actually. Actually, we need more of those. Well, we had the right idea, but not enough of those. So we are gonna have to work a little bit harder for the rest of that. I keep on thinking it's on the second floor because that's where I put it last time. So, okay, let's put our stuff away. What do we need for those again? Purified water, we need 8 more. Okay, we can get that process started. Actually, we only need 7, but it's okay. Just put 1 back. So let's slap these away. We don't need that in our pocket right now. We can nom our water. We can honestly nom our beans too. That's close enough. Put another bean in our pocket. Put the algae away. Okay, so next step on our itinerary, we're going to go sort out the next place we want to purify. So I believe that there was water to purify in that area, so we're going to actually mosey down that way and start sorting that out. The first step of that is to clear out these and tear these down. Okay, so now we are going to gather the resources we need to build a little hut along the way. What's going on here? Just goo? I figured. That's fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna pick up extra iron along the way so we can make storage in there, because it's gonna need a certain amount of storage for what it has going on too over time. I think this might have been the big tree that had an inside that was interesting, but I also think that this corner right here had a little lake to clear. So I guess we could start off with this corner. Oh no, this had a little research center, didn't it? Okay, that's right. Did this place have water? Let's take a quick peek. This place might not have had water. No, it sure didn't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But there was a lake over in this general area. I just didn't go the right way. So that was the power thing, so we are going to follow this wall and not go in there. So I think the water was this way, actually. I think so, at least. Am I crazy? I know I saw it. So that was that way that we couldn't get through because it was blocked off at some point. I know there's a little water section. We went and cleansed it. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, osmium. Osmium! Don't mind if I do. Osmium. Was this here the whole time? What is it here? Don't mind if I do. Well, interesting. But this was the lake I was thinking of, I think. Is this 50? Yeah. Let's build our little purifiers here. So I wasn't crazy. It was here. It just wasn't where I thought it was here. I didn't actually realize when I cleansed that there was just osmium right behind where I built that. That's actually crazy. But because of that, at least we have a hut built, so I'll build a couple of extra storage, so we need 50. How much is in each of these? If I have 2 of these, it's plenty, actually. So that was just hiding in the middle of this fungal plane. I knew there were secrets. Secret osmium stash. Well, good thing we checked, huh? Well, hopefully it cleansed all that that poison water up, and we will be all set for what we need to do. That would be super convenient and helpful. Pick up our water. Slap our water in the water hole up here. We might be in the next level now. Almost. It's so close. Alright. We had an osmium storage thing, right? We sure did. Stash that away. Good stuff. Alright, let's see what you got going on. You did finish the purification of the waters. Okay, so we need more of the chlorines. We do have some of them. I don't think we have enough. We need 6, 7. We need a little bit more. That was from those. We need to clean at least one more. Cool. Shove that in the hole. Actually, we might currently be fine anyway. Yeah, I think we got what we need out of that. What else do we need? We need these, so we can go slap down the next 2. Okay, we got our rain. This looks like normal rain. I guess acid rain and normal rain look the same. I guess it was just the name of it. What did we want to do? I guess check our food supply. We will harvest more beans. We'll get our mushrooms. We'll get our turnip squash, I guess. Are the eggplant ready? Yep. Cool. Full harvest run done. Make sure we got one of each in our pocket. Cool. Let's go look at what our new goo cleanup thing is going to cost us. We did unlock level 4. That's not too bad, actually. So we need 3 more of the waters. We can slap those in there. What else does it need? The plastic polymer. We actually had the microplastics over here, so let's clean that out, get that into our pocket. What does that want? Again, that wants toxins. We got a couple extra of those. Bam. Let's see. Tungsten's easy. Tungsten is chilling in here. Oh, we needed 2. Okay, that's fine. We do have a fair bit. That's gonna take a moment though. Oh, actually it already mostly processed. Is that... Okay, we'll take it. So we need a couple of steps of this. A couple of chlorines. Let's see. Gonna need another water from this. Gonna need a mushroom, I believe. And bam, level 4. We did it. Full upgrade. Drink our juice. Grab a couple more waters. Head on in. And drop that off. Fantastic. Another meteor storm. Cute. But yes, I am going to save it here, guys. I'm not going to chase down these right now. Thank you all for watching if you did. I'm going to take a break and come back for more in a little bit. Take care.